YouTubers and Pokemon fans, as you can see, we've already opened not one, not two, but three 2015 World Championship decks. Today we have the fourth and final Worlds deck open, and that is the Masters Division Champion winning deck, Honorstoise, ran by Jacob Van Wagner, which features Blastoise, obviously Honorstoise, Blastoise, Keldeo, and the rest. So, as it says on the back here, Jacob Van Wagner and his Honorstoise deck swept away the TCG Masters Division. The deck uses Archie's Ace in the Hole and lots of discard effects to get Blastoise onto the bench. Then, thanks to its deluge ability, you can pile tons of water energy onto Keldeo EX for a humongous Secret Sword attack. When all goes well, no other deck can accelerate like this one, and opponents can't get their heads above water. And there is a look at the deck list, but we will show you the full version here as soon as we get out of the packaging in just a second. This is why I have some space here. I'm going to stick these three back off to the side, and let's tear into this one and show you exactly how this deck looks. And if I mentioned it, I'd have to go back and check. For my Road to World series, which yes, kind of died because I haven't been to a tournament since the second episode of that. But the first one I did, by the way, if you want to see what's all in there, check out the first Worlds deck I opened. The first league championship I did in this tournament season, which was the weekend of Worlds, I faced someone using this same deck. I don't know if it was the same deck list or what was all potentially different in it, but that is I think that was the only thing I lost to. Might have had a tie that day too, I think. So I think I went 3-1-1, if I remember right. I don't remember, it's been a while, but if you want to check out that video and see my tournament report and stuff, including my recollection of facing this deck, you can do so in that video as well. I'll try to have that and the first Worlds deck video in the iCards up over there in the corner. So quickly again, there's the Pikachu Boston 2015 pin for the fourth time. Got a nice blue deck box now, so we got blue, red, green, and yellow. All right, so let's see what we've got. Let's see, those are all trainers and stuff. Get the code out of the way here. All right, so let's just get to it here. So first up, we have the A-Spec Computer Search. And again, these decks for the format was Next Destinies through Roaring Skies, I believe. Ancient Origins was not yet legal for Worlds, and the modified format had not been rotated to XY on yet. So this was a modified tournament, standard format, but it used Next Destinies through Roaring Skies. So you'll see some cards that are pre-XY, and you might be other cards like, why isn't this card in the deck? Because it wasn't out yet. But so anyways, A-Spec was legal. There's Computer Search. Discard two cards from your hand, search deck for a card, and put it into your hand. A very popular A-Spec, one of the most used A-Specs that were used. Acrobike ×4. So as the back of the deck box mentioned, discard effects. This one, look at the top two cards of your deck, put one of them into your hand, and discard the other. Because, again, you want to get Blastoise into the discard pile, and then you want to use Archie's, when it's the only card in your hand, to get Blastoise from the discard pile onto your bench. So that's one way where one of the top two cards is Blastoise, you put one in your hand, you put Blastoise in the discard pile, and then you do what you can to make Archie the only card in your hand. We have one Wailord EX, 250 HP, with the ability Water Veil. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, remove all special conditions from it, and then High Breaching is 120, and now asleep. We got Jirachi ×2, which is fairly unusual. Most decks, a lot of decks ran Jirachi EX, but only one copy. So it's kind of unusual to see two copies of Jirachi EX in a deck. But obviously, he won Worlds, so it must have worked okay for him. And the ability, Stellar Guidance. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So, way to help with dead draws. You don't have any supporters in hand, drop that down, you can get a Sycamore, or maybe you have no cards in your hand but Jirachi, you can get that Archie and play it right away and get that Blastoise onto your bench. So two of those. And then we got Shaman ×2. So I think between the three Worlds decks, I think they ran 0, 1, 2, and 2. So I think you got all four Worlds decks, I think you'd have 5 Shamans. Again, these cards are not tournament legal because they have different card backs, but you can use them in League, depends on the League, what they say, and for fun play, just to try competitive decks and see how you like them. So 2 Shaman. We got Float Stone to help give you a free treat when you get just one of those. Execute ×2. If you need to discard cards you want to potentially get back, there you go. Thanks to the ability Propagation. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you put it into your hand. So you could Ultra Ball, discard 2 Execute to get a Pokemon. Then you can bring the 2 Execute back, and then you can play Computer Search, discard the 2 Execute. So in a way, it kind of gives you free discard for things that require discard. And it helps you keep your hand size down when you need to ultimately play that Archie's Ace in the Hole. We got one Mewtwo with X-Ball, 20 times the amount of energy attached to this Pokemon and the defending Pokemon. And there is Archie's Ace in the Hole. Just 2 of them though. Professor Juniper, just 2 of those? That's kind of unusual. I didn't realize there's only 2 Juniper. So 2 Juniper, which is a 4 of in almost every deck. Keldeo EX ×2, which with Secret Sword, that's the main attacker of the deck. Once you get Blastoise out, you dump the water energy on him, rush in. Secret Sword does 20 or 50, and then 20 more for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you've got 7 water energy attached, it's doing 190 damage and knocking out any EX that isn't a Mega or Wailord. So 2 of those. Muscle Band ×1 to give you that extra 20, so you need 1 less water energy to hit certain numbers. 4 Battle Compressors, another way a surefire way to get Blastoise into your discard pile, and possibly the Executes right away as well, so you can use those at your leisure. 1 Articuno, which can come in handy thanks to that Delta Plus ability. If it knocks out a defending Pokemon, you take an extra prize card. So if Articuno knocks out an EX, you get 3 prizes. Not too shabby. And there's actually a 3rd Keldeo EX. These are the 2 that were showing, that's why they're kind of in a different spot in the deck here. N ×1 for that disruption. Ultra Ball ×4, another way to thin your hand size and to get whatever Pokemon you may need. Versus Seeker ×4. So perhaps they can get away with having just the 2 Juniper and the 2 Archies, etc. Because they do have the 4 Versus Seeker. As long as they don't, have Size of a Toad, Quaking Punch over and over and over, where they can't use that Versus Seeker. But if they're not being Quaking Punched, the Battle Compressors, you can also use those to plop some spores in your discard pile, so you have access to whatever one you want, when you want, via the Versus Seeker. Rough Seas, once during each player's turn, that player may heal 30 damage from each of his or her water Pokemon and electric Pokemon, 2 of those. And there is Blastoise, 2 of those with Deluge. Which again, Deluge, as often as you like during your turn. Before you attack, you may attach a water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. We got Lysander ×1, Trainer's Mail ×4. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a trainer card you find there except for Trainer's Mail and put it into your hand. So another way to get a supporter that you may need into your hand and such. Superior Energy Retrieval. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't discard 2 cards, you can't play this card. Put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Not bad at all. So, Battle Compressor, you can discard Execute, you can discard Blastoise, discard Water Energies, because you can get them back with Superior Energy Retrieval. And then once Blastoise is on your bench, you can just luge them all onto the field all at once. You got 4 of those bad boys. And again, that's why they have 2 Executes, because once you are set up, but say you lose a Keldeo, you lose all the waters, you want to play Superior Energy Retrieval maybe twice, you gotta discard 2 cards. Well, if you have 2 Executes that are in your hand or discard, you can do that infinitely many times and not worry about running out cards in your hand. And then Water Energy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Water Energy. And that, my friends, is what won 2015 Worlds for the Masters Division Honorstoise, run by Jacob von Wagner. So, that is all for today's video opening. Please subscribe, rock smash that like button, visit our website, which I do actually have Breakpoint booster boxes, booster case, and Elite Trainer boxes on there now for pre-order. The release date is Wednesday, February 3rd, so if you want to get them in hand ASAP, obviously place your pre-order ASAP, and you will then receive ASAP. So yeah, those are on there now, and I will try to add the triple blisters on there, possibly for those videos live as well. And mini binders I might be getting a few of. theme decks I get just one box of. I open one of each, and a couple of my regulars buy one of each. So don't know if those hit the website or not, but main thing is the booster box, booster case, and Elite Trainer box for Breakpoint are on there for pre-order now. So that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for some more Pokemon opening goodness.